We're going to explain why you might get a DLL load failed error when trying to import TensorFlow. This frustrating error typically means TensorFlow can't find the necessary dynamic link libraries, DLLs, it needs to run on your Windows system. Let's break down the common causes and how to fix them. 1. Mismatched TensorFlow and Python versions. TensorFlow is very picky about which Python version it works with. If you're using a 64-bit Python installation, but have downloaded a 32-bit TensorFlow wheel file, or vice versa, you'll get this error. Always double-check that your Python version, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, etc., is compatible with the TensorFlow version you're installing. Make sure they are both 32-bit or both 64-bit. The TensorFlow website clearly states which Python versions are supported for each TensorFlow release. If you're unsure, uninstall TensorFlow completely and reinstall the correct version matching your Python installation. 2. Incorrect installation path. Sometimes the Python interpreter or the TensorFlow installation itself isn't correctly added to your system's path environment variable. This means Windows can't find the necessary DLLs even if they're installed. To check, open your system's environment variable settings. Search for environment variables in the Windows search bar. Find the path variable, and make sure it includes the directories where your Python installation and your TensorFlow installation reside. You might need to add them manually. Restart your computer after making changes to the path variable. 3. Missing Visual C++. Redistributables. TensorFlow relies on Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable packages. If these aren't installed or are outdated, you'll encounter the DLL load failed error. Microsoft provides these packages for free download. Visit the Microsoft website and download and install the correct versions for your system. Look for the Visual C++ redistributable for Visual Studio 2015, 2017, 2019, and 2022. Check the TensorFlow documentation for the exact versions needed. Again, a reboot might be necessary after installing or updating these. 4. CUDA and QDNN issues for GPU support. If you're trying to use TensorFlow with GPU acceleration, you'll need CUDA and QDNN, NVIDIA's libraries. If they aren't correctly installed, or their versions aren't compatible with your TensorFlow and your NVIDIA drivers, you can get this error. Ensure you have a compatible NVIDIA GPU, the correct CUDA toolkit installed, the corresponding QDNN library, and that your NVIDIA drivers are up to date. These versions must precisely match each other and the TensorFlow version you use. Consult TensorFlow's documentation for the correct versions. 5. Antivirus or firewall interference. In rare cases, overly aggressive antivirus or firewall software might block TensorFlow from accessing necessary files, leading to DLL load failures. Temporarily disable your antivirus and firewall. Try importing TensorFlow again, and if it works, add exceptions for TensorFlow's installation directory to your security software. 6. Corrupted installation. Sometimes the TensorFlow installation itself might be corrupted. The best approach is to completely uninstall TensorFlow using your system's Add Remove Programs feature and then reinstall it from a fresh download. Cleanly deleting the TensorFlow folder is a good practice too. Ensure you download TensorFlow from the official TensorFlow website to avoid malicious files. If you've checked all these points and are still facing the problem, providing more details like your operating system, Python version, TensorFlow version, and any error messages you're getting will greatly assist in finding a solution. Remember, carefully checking compatibility and following installation instructions is crucial for a smooth TensorFlow experience.